Hello everyone. I want to do another video where I'm going to show you the new tool that I've built to convert TCG Player shipping labels that look like this into something that looks like this so that you can print it out of your thermal label printer. All right. Um, So, a couple reasons that I strongly recommend that people use a thermal label printer in the first place is one, it doesn't require ink, so you're going to save a lot of money. I found that when I was using a regular printer, I was printing these shipping labels, uh, and replacing the ink. I don't know. I mean, more often than once a month, sometimes, you know, uh, once every couple weeks. Um, so saving on ink is the big thing. Yes, you do have to buy the actual label printer labels, but I find that I spend less money buying those than trying to replace ink for a regular printer. Um, Also, the label printer is extremely fast. I mean, if you have, 20, 30, 40, or more labels, it just knocks those things out really quick. And then lastly, there's just less of trying to use tape to like put this on your letter. Because usually what I would do is cut the top off of this. I would then put this part on the letter, and then this goes inside. And I still do that with the shipping labels, but you have to use tape to put this on, and then fold this in such a way that it fits in there and still looks nice. I don't know. I just didn't like how that looked. So I wanted to convert something to this where I could just cut the top off and then peel off the back and it sticks right on there. And then I can stick this, the actual like packing slip part of it in the envelope. And I just found this to be much quicker, much easier. I haven't had any complaints about it from customers. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to do that today. Um, and in addition to showing you how to do that, I kind of wanted to introduce this particular site, which I'm working on. I'm calling it Kanto Tools. It's part of the BeardOfKanto.com website. So if you need to reach this, just go to BeardOfKanto.com. And what I'm trying to do here is create a suite of tools for um, people like myself that sell on TCGPlayer. Maybe you sell on eBay, or just you're a vendor. It could be anything. I want to provide tools for anybody in the TCG space. And right now, I'm starting with the label creator, or converter, whatever you'd like to refer to it as. But I've got big plans, and we'll talk about that later. But let's start with the label creator. So first, you'll come to beardofkanto.com. You'll need to log in. I'm already logged in, uh, so I won't go through that. Creating an account's pretty easy. You can authenticate using just Google if you'd like your Google account, or you can create a new account. Uh, yeah, that part's pretty easy. But once you're logged in, you can go to the dashboard. Right now, dashboard's pretty simple. There's not a lot going on there because I only have one tool available, the TCG Label Creator, and but I do have plans for future things, so that's where these come into play. So definitely be on the lookout for that, and I'll have future videos. But to open the TCG Label Creator, you can just click Launch Tool here, and that's going to bring you right to this page. Um, and basically, it gives a simple how it works. You need to download your labels from TCGPlayer. You upload the PDF, and then it basically just does the conversion for you, and then you can download and print it. Um, Nothing too complicated there, but I'm just going to kind of demo this for you. So if you're starting with something like this, don't worry, these are fake orders. So this is all fake. Don't worry about that. I just kind of made fake orders specifically for this video. But then what I'm going to do is just go to, I got a sample packing slip here. It's the one that you were just looking at, but you can just drag and drop it right into here. And that's going to show you this little component that will say it's ready to be converted. It'll show what you just uploaded, and it's going to give you just a few options. Later on, I will add other options, but for now, I kept it pretty simple. Basically, you got a text size, how big do you want the text, and then an option to fit to a single page. I would recommend uh, always keeping fit to a single page on. It makes it so much nicer instead of so if you have labels that have, say, a ton of items, what this will try to do is shrink the text to make it fit on a single label. This will save you on labels so that it's, if there's, say, 20, 30 items on an order, it won't print out like 3 or 4 labels to fit it all in there. It will shrink the text as much as it can. Try to fit it on one page. If it doesn't fit on one page, even when it goes down to the smallest text that this currently supports, then it'll just kind of bite the bullet there and still print it on, say, 2 pages, 2 labels if needed. But uh, yeah, definitely I would recommend keeping that on. Then for the text, normal is basically the same as medium. I just kind of defaulted to normal. I tend to do large, and if you select large and then fit to single page, that'll basically print it with the largest text possible, unless it doesn't fit, and then it'll shrink it for you automatically, and you don't have to worry about any of that. So once that's selected, go ahead and press Convert Label. Just takes a second there, and then you have two options. You can download it, but I'm just going to go to the View and Print, and there you go. That's what it looks like. Um, Now I'm going to demo real quick. I'm going to say Convert Another. Let's go ahead and add my packing slip again. And just to show you, I'm going to select small this time, just to show you how that looks and what it'll be like. So you can see, in this case, I'm going to kind of zoom in. It's quite a bit smaller on the label. Let's actually zoom out so you can see the full label. So yeah, it comes out pretty small. And this is why I recommend starting with large, because I think most people can see and read this a lot better. Label printers aren't really designed for detail or high definition or anything like that. So it's best to be large, large text when you can, and then only shrink it down when you have to. For example, if there's a ton of items and you just want to save on labels. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Oh, I guess I should say, when you are in TCGPlayer, how I usually do it is I select all the labels that I want to print, then I come to packing slip and print default, and that'll download your packing slip there. And then you can just upload that straight to the Kanto Tools TCG Label Creator here. Yeah, so that's pretty much how it works. And before I wrap up, I just wanted to mention a few things that you can look forward to in the future, and I'll have future videos on. I plan on having the ability to add a logo on these labels. So you can upload like a black and white logo, and I'm not quite sure where I want to place it yet. The bottom, maybe the bottom, just kind of like in the open space, and then I'll have an option to, yeah, I'll have to think. I'm willing to take suggestions on where the best place to put a logo, and then also potentially like a thank you message. Maybe you want something that just says, thanks for shopping at your store name, um, or something like that, or even address the person by name. So yeah, where to place that and how to do that, open to suggestions, but definitely working on that. The other thing I'm working on is placing an intelligent barcode right before right after the label here. So if you're not familiar with the intelligent barcode, it looks something like this. And it doesn't provide the same type of tracking that you would if you buy like a, if you buy USPS label with tracking and you slap that on a bubble mailer. It's not going to be the same type of tracking as that. This is more something that like corporations, companies will use to track messages that they send, whether it's for marketing or some other purpose. But basically, I want to be able to support putting that on here. And then from these intelligent barcodes, you can get kind of basic updates like, hey, this it arrived at this facility um, in this state, and so you can get an idea of how close your letter is to arriving or being delivered. It has certain scan events that will show up, and that would be available through the Kanto Tools website. So anytime you upload a um, some labels, it'll automatically generate. Uh, there'll be another tool where you can kind of see your orders, see what scan events have come by. That way, if you have a customer on TCGPlayer reaches out and says, "Hey, I haven't received this. Any idea where it is?" You can give them an update at least. Hey, I can see that it just arrived in your city, but just hasn't been delivered yet. So look out for it soon. That can be helpful. And then also, I think when people see these intelligent barcodes on it, they think to themselves, well, this is being tracked in some way. And, I hate to, think poorly of people, but some people, um, they'll report cards not arriving when they did, and sometimes try to get refunds when they shouldn't be. And I think that having a tracking barcode like this could mitigate that a bit when people see, oh, hey, this might be tracked, and so that kind of thing just isn't going to work as well. Um, okay. Lastly, I do have plans to convert, basically add another tool that whenever it's kind of two things will happen. One, you'll be able to set up categories of cards. Um, and I had a little diagram here that might be helpful in trying to understand what I'm hoping to do here. But basically, you can set up categories. For example, A or AA, and A might be like cards over $50 that are English. AA is cards over $10 that are grass energy English cards, something like that. So you can create these categories. Um, and anytime you add cards to TCGPlayer, you can import a list of those and it'll put them in these categories. And then not only will there be a system to help you track where your cards are in your categorical system, like the physical card, so that you can go find it. But my plan is that once these categories are set up, whenever you upload a PDF here, it'll basically take all of the cards in all of the orders and sort them into the categories. That way, you don't have to go order by order to go and fetch those cards. You can just say, "Oh wow, here's all the cards in these orders that are over $10 and in the grass energy," and that those will be in one physical location. So you go and grab those cards, and you can just knock those cards out and pull them from your inventory one at a time. And then you'd go to maybe the dollar section, like, okay, here's all the dollar cards in psychic energy, and you'll be able to see all of those cards from that set of orders, that batch of orders, and pull them from there. So it'll make processing orders much quicker once we get this tool up and running. So yeah, that's kind of that's what we've got coming up in the future. But for now, try out the TCG Label Creator. Let me know if you find any issues. Let me know if you have suggestions. Definitely wanting to make improvements. Um, and then you don't need to, but feel free to check out the shop as well. We've got cards listed there, and definitely appreciate you guys' support. All right. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Told you, my colors are full of you. You teach me and I'll teach you.